So this will be a bit of a longer form video today, but one of the things that I wanted to talk about, and I know I've mentioned it before, and I don't know that I've actually really ever done it, is talk about plastic welding. Because things you'll find depending on what 3D printer you get, and as we know, the reason that I got my Anycubic Cobra Max was because of its large format. But on smaller scale printers, you'll find you won't be able to print larger scale pieces on printers, and that's just a limitation of the print volume itself. And that was the case with my, excuse me, um, calf plate. I lost my train of thought there for my Helldiver armor, because as you can see, this should be like this, and it could print like that if I scaled it down, but in terms of sizing for myself, I need to leave it the way it is. So the most important thing with plastic welding is, one, knowing what kind of tool you're going to use, and two, the safety you should be taking for it. Now, I have, and you can see just a little bit of it here, is a soldering station. I use this for making my LED Tron sign, but the reason I chose this soldering iron over other styles is because it is a pen type. And I find these are way easier to do any kind of plastic welding with when you do 3D print. Plus, it has this little coil over holder and a spool for holding solder, so it's got a lot of dual purpose. It works really well. Now, the trick that you'll always find with plastic welding pieces together is getting them to line up properly, because obviously, as you can see just underneath my soldering iron here, this is not going to hold together. And if I try and hold it there myself, I don't have enough hands to do this effectively. Now, over time, I've figured out ways I can make it work, but it's going to differ depending on the part you have and how you're going to work it. So usually what I like to do is I like to start from the inside, because starting from the inside of the print will give me a clean area to work with. And it's kind of tricky to line everything up, but I'll do my best to line the lines up. And it's, again, it's hard with only two hands. So clamps, tape, things like that, those will come in handy, and I do have some here. And I'll see if I can show you how I use them here. So the last time I had to do this for my thighs, I just used a standard piece of packing tape, and you can do it from either side. I like to do it from the outside just with the tape, because I'm going to be welding on the inside, and it doesn't have to have a great amount of adhesion. It just has to hold the piece in place, because all I like to do is I'll just stick the components together. And you can always shift them around if you have to. Not like that though. Sometimes it's a bit tricky, but if you just have a bit of patience with it, you can definitely do it. So I'm going to do my best to line these up here, so that when they're under the force of gravity, they just kind of sit in the place I need them. Now, the biggest thing is just the panel lines of all the different armor plates and things like that on this calf plate. Obviously, if you choose to do a smaller print, you can easily do it in one piece on the P1S. But so I think that's pretty good. So I'm gonna just take my soldering iron here, and I try to keep my hands well out of the way of anywhere I'm going to be working, because these soldering irons are very hot. They're very easily to burn yourself. I should know. I still have a scar from it. But what I'll do typically is I'll just kind of shake the tip of the soldering iron over top of both pieces, because you just want to melt the plastic enough that it starts to join itself together. And the nice thing while you heat it up is once you've got a first joint heated, you can shift everything around into the alignment that you need and just hold it there while it cools. I'm just going to check from the front. Should be pretty good. So once that starts to solidify a little bit, you'll find you'll be better because you can let go. You don't have to hold as much. Now, I think might be a little bit off, so I'm going to see if I can heat it up here again. And just shift some things around. Put that there. I just want to make sure my plate alignment is proper for this. Because that's the other important thing, is when your plates are aligned right, it's going to make every other part of it a lot easier. It's a little bit back, but I think that's okay. So now I'm just going to heat these two portions up together. To the point that they start to meld. And then I can shift it into place and I'll just hold it there while it cures. Because it doesn't take long for things like this to cool, but it does take some patience just to make sure that the joints start to hold, because if you let go before it like solidifies and cools, you're going to end up with shifting in your part. But on mine, turned out pretty good. So now I have a fully conjoined calf plate. And when you get to a point like that, you can usually always be careful when you're at this part. Just pull the tape off. Now you can plastic weld the seams in the front, which would add a little bit of strength, and depending on how clean you do it, it'll probably be a bit better. But sometimes I usually don't, depending on how I want the outer profile to look. Now, if you do it, you can sand it easily, and it's not going to be a problem. You can always fill over it later, but I'm going to do a bit of experimenting with this to see if I don't have to plastic weld the front at all. But I am going to go and I'm just going to plastic weld this entire seam at the back here, because I want to make sure that this piece is melted together as one part. So that's a crash course on plastic welding. So I just took a quick second there and just finished up the weld on the inside. So this is what it'll look like when you get things melted together in the form you kind of want, because you'll see. And then on the outside, it still has a bit of a gap, but when you use Bondos, things like that, it'll honestly be okay. But in reality, when you push on this, it's now one solid piece effectively. Like I'm not putting much force into it on with my thumb, but these typically don't come apart. Obviously, they still have their limitations, but so far for connecting multiple prints together, this has been the best function I've found with a soldering iron.